Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Prof. Mapoli and Prof. Ntwasa, over to you.
Prof. Christian, is everybody here now?
Yes, Prof.
Like
all our presenters are here.
And the students?
The students are trickling in slowly.
All right, so we're supposed to start then. Okay, good morning, colleagues, and good morning, students. I'm here at the main campus with Professor Mapoli. We're going to show our faces. I don't know, you can't see us properly, can you? Because maybe we should move, give us time to move to better lighting. It's better now, is it?
Yes, we can see you much better now.
Excellent, thank you. So thank you so much, Prof. Christian, for this opportunity to welcome the class of 2024. And good morning, class of 24. And I'm here with Professor Mapoli. She's going to show herself, but she's struggling with her camera. I'd like to welcome you to the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. And I recognize that the majority of you are registering for the first time at UNISA, and some of you are returning students, and some of you are first time at all at university and have come directly from the secondary environment, school environment, and some of you are transferring from other universities. And I'm here to welcome you and say that you have chosen the right College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. And I should just like to remind you that even though this is called the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, it also hosts a bulk of our qualifications in biology and biomedical sciences. That you must please be aware of. This is important, and you can see when you visit the website that we've got more than just agriculture and environmental sciences. So this is a caring college, and you also have a college that is committed to improving pass rates every year. I'm sure Prof. Christian will tell you about our improvements in class rates over the years, which I'm sure are important for you. And improvement of class rates obviously requires dedication of our staff members. And so you will find a lot of care in our college. And I just also want to say that a primary purpose in our college is not to produce job seekers. We want to produce job makers. So we would like all our graduates to be ready to be in the economy, to be inserted in the economy immediately. And therefore, we would like you to seek us where you can find us and find assistance, any help that you can, so that we can help you when you graduate to be inserted into the economy immediately. And we have here as head of our portfolio for teaching and learning, someone who is very dedicated to this what call portfolio, Professor Rian Christian. I have to say that she is an excellent head of department, and she's only concerned about caring for you. That's all she dreams about, to care for the students. So you are in the right college. Also, I'd like to say that the deanery, Professor Mapodi and I, and the school directors and the heads of portfolios are always here and ready to talk to you. You mustn't think that the deanery is inaccessible. You can make arrangements to approach the deanery through Mrs. Pillay and Mrs. Mulife. I'm sure Prof. Christian will give you more details about them. But I do not like the idea that students think that the dean is not someone that they can meet and talk to when they have got problems. I think that all people in the college should have an access to the deanery, and you can speak to them through this people, Mrs. Pillay and Mrs. Mulife. So I'd like to thank Prof. Christian for this opportunity you've given us, myself and Prof. Mapodi, to talk to the students and welcome officially to the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Ntwasa. Students and colleagues, that was our Dean for the college, Prof. Ntwasa. Prof. Mapoli, would you like to say something quickly or not?
I'll use this computer because it looks like we're struggling. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and students, and good words from the Dean. And you can see that he puts you in front because you are our students, that we want to make sure that in future we produce people who are building our economy and making sure that we have a very good agriculture sector and environmental sector and the science behind that. And please do note that we also look at the fact that we're hoping to produce enough in terms of the food security within South African space, within the continent space also. So as the university that is actually aimed to serve the whole African continent, we're also looking up for you guys to come in, learn as much as you can. Where you failing, where you have questions, do not hesitate to talk to your lecturers. If you can't get hold of your lecturers, they are admins. If you can't get hold of the admins, they are CODs. If you can't get a hold of the CODs, they are directors. Then if you can't get of directors, there's the dean, as how he said, and myself. We're always available for you guys. So we're just looking forward to produce good students that are going to make sure that South Africa is one of the countries that is producing very well, that we are innovative also, and we're doing very well in terms of economy, and our agriculture is booming. So your learning is what's going to take South Africa to another level. So we're hoping to see that from you. So we welcome you, and we're looking forward to work with you in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, and also for a year, those who are here just only for a year, or in the next 4 or 5 years. So we are here and we're committed to serve you as our students and communicate with you. And thank you so much, Prof. Christian. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Mapoli, our Deputy Dean, and Prof. Ntwasa, our Executive Dean, for your kind words and warm welcome. We will now hand over to Prof. Sabali to introduce the next speaker. Over to you, Prof. Sabali.
Good morning, new students and returning students. Good morning, colleagues. I'm sorry because we have load shedding. I'm on campus and maybe you might not see me properly. I don't have enough light like Prof. Ntwasa and Prof. Mapoli. However, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Linda Sibali from the School of Ecological and Human Sustainability. I'm the director. I have 2 departments that are under the school, which is Department of Geography and the Department of Environmental Sciences. However, I would like to give over first to Dr. Shandukani Confidence Nenwini, who's gonna be talking on behalf of the Department of Geography, who is the chair of department there. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Nenwini.
Thank you, Prof. Sibali. My apologies. I'm not sure if you are able to see me. The lightning is bad. We are under load shedding currently. Let me just share my presentation in the meantime, just a second. As Prof. Sibali has already introduced me, my name is Shandukani Nenwini. I am the chair of the Department of Geography. I would like to welcome all of you, both the returning and the new students. Congratulations to you, especially the new students, for getting admission to and completing registration successfully to study at the African largest ODL university. I'm not sure if, please let me know if you are able to see the slides, colleagues and the
It's
students.
visible.
Okay, thank you. We are very excited and looking forward to meeting you and working with you in your learning journey. I must encourage you to visit the website of the department so that you can access information about the department staff members and the contacts for all undergrad and postgraduate related inquiries. As it's very much important that you get hold of these contacts so that should you have any urgent matters that you would like to be resolved or any assistance thereof, then you can contact us or other colleagues of mine. Well, among other things, our department is concerned with teaching in terms of environmental teaching programs that are concerned with environmental problems that affect our daily lives and our quality of lives, as well as our future existence, and as well as we should not forget the quality of the environment that is hosting us. And so our aim is to make, of the department is to make a meaningful contribution towards sustainable and a better world for all by training and producing graduates with better understanding of the world as an integrated system and skills to use GIS as to model and analyze many different aspects of the world. Our programs prepare students to work in vast variety of career opportunities due to the interdisciplinary nature of the subject matter. So we currently offer various qualifications, and then our current graduates find themselves focused in various fields such as cartography, climatology, development, economic development, geomorphology, hydrology, GIS, tourism development and transportation, planning, and other social science and soil science field. The UNISA Department of Geography offers exciting undergraduate programs. We have the BA Environmental Management. We also have the BSc in Environmental Management with various streams with chemistry, zoology, or botany. And we also have offer an honors in geography. So when you complete your degree that you are currently registered, if you are registered currently, you are a new student who is studying towards your undergrad degree, please also have a look at the articulation programs that you can articulate in the department. You also our undergraduate programs also provide students with broad understanding of the wide range scope of environmental and sustainability. So we also prepare for our students for postgraduate programs, which is the Masters in Geography as well as PhD in Geography, which you can study in choose various topics that you can pursue your research in. Our in terms of the research focus areas, our programs, postgraduate programs offer students exciting opportunities to do research, as I indicated, in various fields of specialization under the supervision of dedicated specialized researchers. Both we have supervision internally, capacity in terms of capacity internally and externally. The graduates that choose to study or pursue their postgraduate studies with us can choose to do their master's or PhD research focusing on social, urban, economic, climate, geomorphology, water, soil, ecology, and geographical information sciences. So please refer to our focus area, which is available in the department website. So all teaching and learning activities for this academic year since the year 2021 has been online. So you need to be prepared that all teaching will happen online, and also we do offer classes on a weekly basis. So academic staff have already planned and prepared the teaching and learning materials in advance so that when you come here, you don't wait for us. So you will be able to access all the study materials on my UNISA module site. So it's very much important that after you complete the registration, you need to claim your my UNISA login details, and this will give you access to my UNISA learning systems and also other information that you will need to contact the university. So please make sure that you use your MyUNISA Life account whenever you are communicating with us. So among other things, the MyUNISA module learning system will also provide you with the primary lecturer's contact detail, the tutorial letter 101, which contain info about the modules and the assessments plans, as well as what to expect in terms of assignments and examination. So I encourage each one of you to participate actively in all online learning activities and complete all assessments within the expected time frame. My best advice is that you always seek assistance from your lecturers or e-tutors immediately if you have any issues. Don't leave it until when it's too late, because it's very hard to assist when it's too late or when the exam has already started. So if you are struggling, it's better to, if you are repeating students, it's better to make contact with your lecturers at the beginning of the year. So be actively involved in your own learning, and you are also responsible also to know when your assignments are due and when and how the exam is offered. So check your My Life account regularly for announcements. So that will be it from me. I wish you a good and a good, healthy 2024 and a productive and a successful academic year. Be safe and good luck with your studies. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Nanini, for a very informative presentation. I would like to give over to Professor Khomotso Semenya, who is the COD in the Department of Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Sibali. I don't know if you're able to see me.
We can see you and your presentation.
Okay,
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, so now, students, everything that Dr. Ninwini has shared with us, it goes to everybody across the college. That is what you need to do as a student. So now I'm going to share with you what we are doing in the Department of Environmental Sciences, and those that have registered in agriculture in geography for BA in Environmental Management. I hope you have seen your COD, because you normally send me emails saying that I must assist. So that is your COD. I am the chairperson of the Department of Environmental Sciences. Environmental sciences is broad in scope. So you will see here on my screen that we have actually divided it into 3 programs. We have environmental management, environmental sciences, ornamental horticulture, and nature conservation. So now I've just created this screen to show you. You might be in your junior degree now. We are dealing mostly with the honors programs. That is why Dr. Ninwini was presenting to you the junior degree that they are having. When you are done with geography, you can then come to environmental sciences to register for your honors. We're only dealing with the honors programs, not the junior degree. So that is where the difference is. That is why you'll be sending me your emails asking me to assist with the junior lecturers. So you can come and do your honors in environmental management or environmental monitoring. I say I wrote it twice, but it's actually monitoring BSc. Then we also have the master's qualification. We also have the PhD. Our focus, colleagues, we're focusing more on the issues that affect the environmental. We are equipping you. Our aim is to equip you with the knowledge that you will need in order to solve the environmental issues that the country and the world is faced with, being your waste management, your green economy. That is why when you come to us and you will be doing your research, maybe in your honors programs, or your PhD and masters, you will be focusing in the issues that affect the environment. And those that seek employment, you have had also Professor Ntwasa, our dean, indicating that you are not only equipped to seek employment, you must also yourself create employment and employ other colleagues. And those are just some areas where you can be employed. Now I'm moving to ornamental horticulture. This one is those that are more into design. We equip them with the requirements that they need to be able to design and maintain attractive functional landscape for residential areas, commercialization, and public spaces. So I think this will be the good one, that you will be able to create your own working space, because if you are equipped with the designing ideas when it comes to ornamental horticulture, then you can really market yourself to other companies that they might need your skills. Also here, it's that with the diploma, once you have completed your diploma, you can move into the advanced diploma, the postgraduate diploma, up until PhD, depending on where you want to go. And the people that the colleagues in our department that are doing their research, they normally do it in urban forestry, green open spaces, biofiltration. And then there's employment sectors. You can be employed by the municipalities, educational institutions, but like as Professor Ntwasa said, do not only focus on getting employment, but also create one for yourself. Then the last one that we are having, it is nature conservation. In nature conservation, we focus on principles and methods and practices of protecting and preserving the natural ecosystem, biodiversity, and endangered species. We have a diploma in nature conservation. We have advanced diploma in nature conservation. So there are a lot of qualifications that you can register once you are done with your diplomas, colleagues. You really don't need to go to any other universities to continue with your qualification. Our research mainly focuses on your freshwater ecology, social ecology, threatened species legislation, and others, any study that has to do with plant and animal ecology. And those that seek employment, you might find yourself being a conservation scientist, a ranger, a field guide, depending on whatever that is interesting you, colleagues. So now that is all that we do in the Department of Environmental Sciences. Like I said, everything that Dr. Ninwini has presented on, you going on our website, checking who your lecturers are, the information is on the website and we are here to assist. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you, Prof. Semenya. Prof. Christian, I'll give over to you so that you can transfer to Prof. Lebelo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Sabali, that is our school director. And thank you for the introduction of our CUDs. And thank you, Prof. Semenya and Dr. Ninwini, for your insightful presentations. I will now hand over to our director, Prof. Lebelo, who will introduce his school. Over to you, Prof. Lebelo.
Thank you very much, Professor Christian. Good morning, colleagues, and good morning to our students, the new students, and also the returning students. Without wasting any time, let me just give you a brief description of our school. We have two departments. The first department is the Department of Life and Consumer Sciences, which is under the leadership of Dr. Masebe. And we also have the Department of Agriculture and Animal Health, which is under the leadership of Professor Prinsloo. Now, Professor Christian, without wasting any time, I'm now going to hand over to Dr. Masebe, who will share with us the presentation from her department. Over to you, Dr. Masebe.
Thank you, Prof, and good morning, colleagues. Please just let me know if you can see my presentation and if you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Prof. Lebelo, for the introductory remarks. Good morning, everyone, and good morning to you, students, and a very warm welcome to you. And congratulations, you know, it is quite an honor for you, for us as an institution to be chosen by you. So we trust and believe that you're going to enjoy studying with us. And I think you've had the introductory remarks from our college management, our executive dean, deputy executive dean, and all our school directors. And in addition to what has been mentioned by other departments, from our Department of Life and Consumer Sciences, we have a variety of courses that we are offering. Let me just share my camera. I realized that I forgot to switch it on. Just let me know if you can see me from your side.
Can't see you yet.
Okay, just a moment.
Okay, we can see you now.
All right. Okay, thank you, colleagues. So in continuation, we are in the Department of Life and Consumer Sciences, and this is the department where we're offering a range of programs which vary in ranges, and you will see as I continue with my presentation. So first and foremost, if you want to reach us, if you want to reach the department, we have our three administrators, Ms. Mponsane, Ms. Radine, and Ms. Tsangwani. I've also shared the departmental website link so that you can just go through and be able to meet all our academics. So in the department, we have, as I indicated, several offerings. We have two divisions, that is the Life Sciences and also the Consumer Sciences division. So between these two divisions, we have a variety of streams that you would see as I continue with the presentation. But you might be wondering what a life scientist is. This is a person whose work is centered on the study of living things, and those are the examples. They can study plants, fungi, bacteria, viruses, humans, or animals. And then also, in order for you to become a life scientist upon completion of your degree, you can choose between a variety of fields. If you want to be in medical sciences, you can do biomedical sciences, where you study a lot about diseases, their treatment, how the manifest, and also you can do genetics, you can study about chemical processes, you know, with streams like biochemistry, animal science related aspect, indigenous plant related aspects. And there are different types of research, obviously, that we do within the department, and you need to actually familiarize yourself with some of those techniques because we have a practical modules that will introduce you to those specific techniques. So like for an example, during the onset of COVID, from our own department, we had a colleague who was more interested in developing some kits that would be used for testing COVID. So there is quite a range of researches that are being conducted within the department. Some colleagues are interested in looking at issues of cancer. Some are interested in looking at issues of identifying potential compounds that can be used for treatment of diseases. That is just to mention a few of the types of research that we are currently doing within the department. So we have a range of disciplines. Under the life sciences, we have your biochemistry, biology, biomedical sciences, biotechnology, botany, genetics, microbiology, physiology, and zoology. And mostly this you will start at the second year. So at first year level, you'll do your chemistries, your statistics, your mathematics. And then when you have completed those, that is when you'll join us within the department. However, for modules such as biology and zoology, we have the first year's modules and also the practicals as well as in botany. And then I just included this slide so that you can just see a combination of the modules that probably you might have chosen already under the life sciences. So those are the combinations. I also included a link so that you can be able to access our website. So the other division is that of consumer sciences. Consumer sciences also is divided into 4 different streams, and you have your clothing and textile, hospitality, and you also have nutrition and food science. So what does the consumer scientist do? These ones are the ones that study the needs and wants of consumers and also the goods and services that are offered. They can also serve as educators and as well as researchers. And then in the following fields, as I've already mentioned, your clothing, your hospitality, food and nutrition, and they can work in those different sectors. And they can also teach aspects that are related to those different sectors. And then as researchers, they can assist in issues of product and service development, also in marketing, issues of quality control, and providing consumer advice, amongst other roles that they can take part in. So in that stream, I just included some few that will be more like a repetition, but we just included some pictures so that we can entice you into continuing with our programs. And then for hospitality management, I mean, you go to hotels, you go to restaurants, that is where you would see a lot of people who are qualified in hospitality management. They are responsible for a lot of activities such as in accommodation, housekeeping, events management, your dining, you know, offering guest services, and then also they can offer advice, you know, regarding legal obligations and rights associated with businesses, staff operations, specifically in the hospitality industry. And then also in terms of food service management, you know, our students are actually trained in terms of preparation of meals and looking at issues of nutrition. How do we prepare a food that has got nutritional value? What are the different characteristics that one should consider? And then also, what is it that you have to take into consideration to understand and apply the meal management principles? And then also there are aspects such as foodborne infections that can arise from eating foods that are not well prepared. So if you can see, there is an aspect of microbiology or biology related to that. So as you can see, we are a department that, you know, there are several aspects that are interdisciplinary. And then we also have the consumer sciences, I mean, the clothing and textile stream, where we talk about issues of garments, clothing, you know, how to take measurements, how to make patterns, you know, those are the colleagues that are dealing with that. And then also what type of equipments you would require to use for a specific garment type. And then also food and nutrition. This is also quite crucial because we learn about our nutritional requirements, how to prepare meals that have, required nutritions, and what are the dietary guidelines that we need to consider. And they also, like, for example, if you go to hospitals, in those kitchens, you would find that there are people who are dietitians, nutritional experts, whose role is to make dietary recommendations, for patients and also in other establishments. So when you do our degrees, just like in the previous presentations as you've had, I mean, there is an opportunity for vertical articulation. So as you can see, at this point, you are here at bachelor, but there is an opportunity to advance to honors level, master's and PhD level. That is where you'll be able to integrate the knowledge that you would have gained from your undergraduate degree and to be able to do the type of research that has got impact. As Prof. Mapodi has alluded to initially, that the idea is not only for you to do just research, but to do research that has got impact. And also Prof. Ntwasa indicated that you need to be able to, provide work opportunities. So it will depend also on the type of research that you would do. And then in terms of our offerings, obviously, as our other CODs have indicated, in order for you to engage with the learning in UNISA, you have to be engaged online. We have a Moodle platform that is our learning management system. I just included a website wherein you can go in and just have more information with regard to how to maneuver around the system. So we have different types of assessments. That is your formative and summative assessments. Most of them are submitted online, and this can be in a form of written assignments, your multiple choice, blogs, discussions, or continuous assessment. And all these, in most cases, they carry a specific mark, which means that you are graded for submission. So maybe what I can advise is to make sure that you don't miss any assignment. You also make sure that you visit the online system all the time so that you are aware of the assignments that you are supposed to submit. Because if you don't submit those assignments, you might not be able to sit in for your exams because you need a pass mark or for you to be able to sit for examinations. So without that, you won't be able to write exams. So my advice to you is to make sure that you submit all the assessment. And the lecturers, their role also is to assess you in terms of the learning and then make sure that they give you feedback. And as departments or as a college, we don't accept late submissions, so make sure that you submit your assignment on time. And also maybe just to urge you to make sure that when you upload on the online system, make sure that you are uploading correct documents. And then in terms of the examinations, I mean, since the onset of COVID, all the exams have been moved online. So just make sure that you are familiar also with the online processes. I think we have other colleagues who will take you through that. And they can also be administered as written examinations or your portfolios or the online MCQ. One most important aspect is the issue of plagiarism. The institution really is against academic dishonesty. So make sure that the work that you're submitting is your own work. You did not submit anybody's work. And then also when you're doing online examinations, that you're not accepting any assistance from anybody, because if you are caught, I mean, that might lead to you being expelled from the institution or maybe missing out on one semester due to that. And one other important aspect is our student practicals. So let me just inform you now, when you're just starting, that all the practicals are offered in our Florida Science Campus, which is situated in Johannesburg, and all the practicals are year modules. So just make sure that each and every year you register for those modules. Don't miss out on those practicals. And our practicals, they start at second year and third year level, except for in zoology, botany, and biology, where we have modules at first year practicals. So we also have practicals for those levels. And then also, because we have a lot of students, some of the practicals are grouped. So make sure that you affiliate to a specific group so that you are able to do those practicals. And make sure that if you don't understand anything, contact your lecturer immediately so that everything is clear in advance. And then additionally, please note that all our second year practicals are prerequisites for the third year practicals, meaning that if you have not completed the second year practicals, you will not be able to advance to the next level. So make sure that you do your second year practical first, or your first year practical, then go to the second, then go to the third. You will not be able to do those concurrently. And we've lately been receiving a lot of requests from students who wanted to register the practical modules in the same year, and that is very, very impossible, and we are not, as a department, granting any approval. So just make sure that you go through all your modules and note that all the practicals are year modules so that you don't sit with a problem when you are about to finalize your degree. Yeah, I think that really brings me to the end of my presentation. I think from my side, I wish to welcome you once more and also to congratulate you and to wish you the best for the year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Masebe, for your informative presentation, especially when you highlighted a distinction between a life scientist and a consumer scientist. Without wasting any time, I'm now going to call upon Professor Prinsloo to give a presentation from his department. Over to you, Professor Prinsloo.
Thank you, Prof. And a warm welcome to all the students. Welcome to UNISA and welcome to the Department of Agriculture and Animal Health. Being last, I am fortunate that you have gained all the information from how UNISA work and how the departments function. So I'm just going to focus on what we offer and how our department is structured. So we have basically 4 divisions or disciplines within our department, which is agribusiness or agriculture economics, animal science, animal health, and plant sciences. And then I'm going to just touch on our community engagement. Being in agriculture, it means you're in a very practical field, practical disciplines. So we are very focused on the practical experience and skills that you need to gain as well. Even though you're studying at UNISA, we want to send you out into the agricultural environment, knowing that you not only have the theoretical background, but also the practical knowledge and skills. So the first discipline is agriculture economics, extension and rural development. So we have various qualifications that we offer here. So we have short courses in the introduction to agribusiness management, which is only 6 months. Then we get to our formal qualifications. We have a diploma, we have an advanced diploma and a postgraduate diploma, which then articulates into a master's, or you can do a Bachelor of Science, which is a 4-year degree. We will then can continue then on to the MSc and PhD. So I can just mention that in all our disciplines, we offer a MSc and a PhD. So once you're done with the undergraduate qualifications, you can directly apply for admission into the MSc and PhD programs. So just briefly, I want to just highlight some of the careers in agriculture economics. So obviously working at the banks, the different banks, at universities, colleges, research institutions, but also commercial manufacturing companies, especially in the field of agricultural products. You can think of companies that produce fertilizers and chemicals, where they need the financial background on how to produce and what to produce. We can think of our government departments, where the skills are extremely important. And then also, as been mentioned previously as well, self-employment. There's a wide range of opportunities for agricultural economists to have their own consultant companies. So these are some pictures of the various fields that people can go into when you're into this field. It's industry-based. It is based in the field. It can be office-based. So there's various applications of this field. So if we look at students in this field, we are looking at the various skills and knowledge that we want you to have and that you need in the field out there. So we're looking at agricultural marketing, we're looking at finance, we're looking at agricultural policies, we're looking at agribusiness management skills, how to work in cooperatives, projects, how to look at financial food security, household and food security, and how to communicate at the different levels. So these are all the skills that you will find in these qualifications. If we look at animal science, we again have a diploma in agricultural management, which then can follow into the advanced diploma, which is a one-year qualification, a postgraduate diploma, which is also a one-year qualification, and then also then a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Science, and then you specialize in animal science, where you take specific modules into this qualification, and that is a 4-year qualification. After that, again, you can also move into MSc and PhD. So just briefly on the careers, most of our animal scientists wants to work on the farm, so it's farm managers. But there are also various other applications, so such as food and medicine stores, pharmaceuticals, feed formulators. There's a wide field of extension officers, employment into the extension officer field. As we can think of when you go into the genetics, animal breeding of new lines and improved animals. So there are some of our students being on the farm, being at various places where they get their practical experience. If we look at animal health, here we have one extra qualification, which is a higher certificate in animal welfare, and that's just a 1-year qualification, which then can move into a diploma. So we have a diploma in animal health, advanced diploma in animal health, and then a postgraduate diploma in animal health, and then you can then also apply for your postgraduate qualifications of MSc and PhD. So careers there, we look at farm managers, obviously also students in animal health really likes to be hands-on on the farm. So meat inspectors, import and export facilitation, which is very important. Technicians in state vet services, also in private services as well. Once again, extension officers, and there's various fields in the pharmaceutical companies where this qualification is also applicable. Can I just show you our mobile clinic? I will talk a bit about this later in our community engagement, but this mobile clinic is going out into communities where they serve various communities and provide various services. And there are students in our laboratories at UNISA and the Florida campus, on the science campus, and on the farms where they do their practicals. So the last discipline I'm going to discuss is our plant sciences. So there we have a diploma as well as a BSc in agricultural science. Once again, you will specialize in plant sciences, where you take specific modules that is specifically related to the plant sciences. You can then also relate or translate into the advanced diploma, which is a 1-year, and a postgraduate diploma. Once again, we specialize in plant science again. After that, after any of these, postgraduate or the BSc, you can then again also apply for admission to postgraduate studies. So our plant science modules are covering basically all the fields of plant science that you can think of in agriculture: crops, vegetables, fruits, We can think of post-harvest handling, where you take your products to different levels, packaging, production, agronomy, soil sciences. So all the different aspects we cover in our modules. Once again, we have a big component where we offer practical sessions, and these are offered both on campus. You see we have our horticultural facility at the campus, but we also take our students to farms and to various institutions where we expose our students to the practical environment. And as I mentioned earlier, it's very important for us that our students do have the practical skills when they complete their studies at UNISA. So career opportunities, because we try to cover all the different fields. You can then go into different fields in agriculture, entomology, looking at management of pests and diseases, plant pathology. We have looking at soil sciences, horticulture, hydroponics, which is a big part of that, weed sciences, agronomy. So you can see there's various fields of employment in the plant sciences, and where do you apply for work if you're not looking at self-employment, but farm verification, seed industries. There's a big field of seed development, fertilizer companies. We're looking at universities, obviously research institutions. So there's a wide range of opportunities out there for people with this qualification. So I'm just briefly going to just mention what we do also in the communities. As I mentioned, our qualifications are very practically based. So we have various projects that's in the communities where most of these skills and knowledge that we do is also applied in the communities. I mentioned about the mobile clinic that's going out to the communities where they do various services, and that involves our students as well as our staff. And we have various projects where we also try to assist. There's just some of our sort of photos. We have open days where we go out to the communities, where we also provide services. These are some of the animal health. So you can see it's a very practically based environment, and from our department we'll be happy to assist you and to be of service. And if you have any questions, more than welcome to contact our department. Thank you, Prof. Lebelo.
Thank you very much, Professor Prinsloo, for your detailed presentation. Dear students, colleagues, we are done with academic departments. We'll now move into one of the most important desks in the college, and that is the College Information Desk, which is ably manned by Mayor Diana Metzer and Mayor Kelly Andrew Steyn. Without wasting any time, I'm now going to hand over to Mrs. Diana Metzer to give the presentation from her desk. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Prof. Lebelo, and good morning to everybody. I'm going to put my camera on just for a short while. I'm on the science campus today as well, and we have load shedding at the moment, and I have a feeling it might be coming back on again just now. So I'm going to take off my camera. I'm Diane Metzer, as Prof. Lebelo said. I'm the College Information Coordinator, working within the College Office for Tuition and Learning Support. That is a subsection of the Deanery. I'm going to switch off my camera now, and I'm going to hand over to my colleague for her to introduce herself and for me to get my presentation up. Thank you.
Today, colleagues and students, I'm Kelly Steyn from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. I work with Ms. Diane Metzer. We deal with the case inquiries inbox. I'm going to hand back over to her for our presentation.
Thanks. If somebody can just let me know whether it's showing. Is it visible?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you very briefly a little bit about the section that Kelly and I work for. It's commonly known as CARES Inquiries. Some of you might already have discovered CARES Inquiries, but for those of you who don't know as yet, perhaps I can share with you just very briefly who we are and what we do. CAES Inquiries at unisa.ac.za is the general email address for inquiries relating to our college. Obviously, CAES or CARES is the abbreviation for the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. This email address can be used by existing students or even prospective students who may have questions about our programs. There are just the two of us, that's Kelly and I, currently dealing with the CARES Inquiries emails and the telephone inquiries. Our telephone numbers can be found on the General UNISA website under the Contact Us tab and also on the college specific site, but you have them on the screen as well. Now, I think the question to be asked is actually, how can we support you? So basically, Kelly and I can address your inquiries or your concerns and resolve them where possible. And where we can't resolve them ourselves, we'll refer where necessary. Now, this we can do in a couple of ways. We can act as a middleman for you, where you've been trying to get hold of support departments or one of the college staff members and you haven't been able to reach them or you haven't had a response yet. We could perhaps connect you with the correct source of information, which might be a specific person, a department, or even published information on the website. We can liaise on your behalf with the support departments or the college academics. And we can also follow up on inquiries that have already been lodged with service departments or with college staff members. So to end off my session, I just want to say that we may not be able to resolve all issues, but we'll certainly try to help you where we can. I'm going to hand over to Kelly now for a couple of points she'll be sharing with you. And I say thank you and welcome to the CARES family. Thank you, Kelly. Over to you.
Thanks, Diane. I would like to welcome all students, new prospective students to our college. There are just a few points that I would like to highlight from my side. Okay, as far as communication is concerned, once you become a UNISA student, you will be provided with a My UNISA email address. This email address serves as an official means of communication between you and the university. It is therefore crucial to use this email address for all university-related correspondence to ensure that your inquiries are received and addressed promptly. One of the areas the academic college is not involved in any way is NSFAS, the National Student Financial Aid Scheme. There is a specialized unit within UNISA that deals with these inquiries. It is therefore important to direct them to the relevant section to ensure that you receive the support you need in a timely manner. It is also important to note that during peak periods, such as the registration period that we're currently in, the university experiences high call volumes, high inquiry volumes. While we strive to respond promptly to all inquiries, it is important to understand that during these busy times, it may take a little bit longer to get back to you. Your patience and understanding during these periods are greatly appreciated. In closing, I would like to thank all of you for your attention. And please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions or concerns. Have a nice day, colleagues and students. Thanks, Prof. Lobelo.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Kelu and Rustain. Let me thank you, together with Mrs. Diana Metza, for your informative presentation. We are truly, truly appreciated for that. Dear students, the last hour or so, you were fed with a lot of information. Now, this is the time for you to come up with questions if you do have those questions. And my colleagues will be able to answer those. I've gone through the chat box or chat platform already. I've seen it too. The one was on are there any group chats for environmental management? And the second one, which is quite exciting and encouraging, is around the bank details of the university. And I think those have been attended to. Dear students, this is the opportunity for you to ask questions. You can raise your hand so that I can be able to recognize you. I'm seeing Mpho Sophia Muloi's hand is up. Please go ahead. I've noted you. Please go ahead. Unmute first.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
I'm still failing to create my live email to access my study material.
Thank you very much for that important question. I will check with Diana Metza if she can be able to respond to that question. You are failing to create to access my live account so that you can have your study material. Diana Metza, how can we help the student? Over to you.
Thanks, Prof. Thank you. There is an email address for the My Life Help Desk. It's literally mylifehelp@unisa.ac.za. But what we found is that, what Kelly and I have found is that inbox is quite overwhelmed with inquiries at the moment. So the student is welcome to contact us at the CAES inquiries email address, and we have contacts within the My Life section that we can then forward the email to directly. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that response.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Can we have another question, please? Message us saying, please, if there is a question on the chat platform, please sensitize me. I'm seeing Tim Bosi. Please go ahead. Unmute first.
Hi, it was Relebohile first.
Oh, Relebohile. Please, Relebohile, go first.
Good morning, everyone. So I saw I can't see how long will my qualification be. I tried looking at my proof of registration and other sites because I'm doing a BA honors in environmental management. So it's something I really want to know. How long will my qualification be?
Thank you very much, student. We want to know how long this qualification will be. You are doing BA environmental science, BA in environmental management.
Yes, environmental management.
Environmental management. Thank you very much. I hope and trust that Professor Semenya is taking notes on that, and then she will respond to you. Can I have the second question, Nkosi? Please go ahead.
Good day, sir. I'm not sure if I misunderstood or misheard when they were talking about the BSc for in life science for biomedical science and such. I would like to know, they said that the practical starts on second year, but when I was going through my modules, it says that also for first years they have practicals, but for now they don't know when the practicals will be due to the elections. They're waiting for the elections to happen. So what happens during that time when we do have to take our practicals or do our practicals? Like, what is the process since it's only in Gauteng and some of us don't live in Gauteng?
Thank you very much for that important question. And I hope and trust that Dr. Masebe is taking notes on that. Now I'll close this round. I'll go over to the first question. Professor Semenya, can you kindly respond to the first question?
Yes, Prof, thank you. The BSc Honours Environmental Management is a one-year qualification. However, if students then choose to take a few modules, then it will take them, I don't know how many years to complete. It will depend on how many modules you take, but it is a one-year qualification.
Thank you very much for that response. I'll now go over to Dr. Masebe to respond to the question on the BSc Biomedical Science, the practicals thereof, and also maybe she can touch on in case we have the election date coinciding with the practical slot, what will be the arrangement? Over to you, Dr. Masebe.
Thank you, Prof, and thanks for that question. For students who are registered for the biomedical science program, at the moment, we are working on the practicals in relation to that stream. So basically, it means that at the moment, if you are under the biomedical sciences at second year level, you won't be doing any practicals. And then with regard to the issue of the elections, I think that will be done in arrangement with the lecturers in terms of how that is going to be addressed if we have any more practical modules that will coincide with the elections. But there won't be practicals that will be cancelled because we are working on a fixed schedule. As you have seen in my presentation, we have a range of streams that we are accommodating under the life sciences, and we have a lot of students at the moment, and we won't cancel the practicals, but basically because we need to accommodate all the students. So the academic who is responsible will probably assist in making arrangements with the students in terms of how that will be attended to. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much, Dr. Masebe. Just to add on that, yes, elections will come, but there's no way in which the academic project of the university will be compromised. There will be tweaks here and there in terms of slots, but the students will be able to complete their learning activities for 2024. With that being said, can I then take a question from RK guest? Please go ahead. Your hand is up. Please go ahead. Unmute first.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to find out why are we not allowed to register all the honors modules? Because I'm only allowed to register only 4 and there's 10. So I'm wondering why am I not allowed to register all of them?
Thank you very much. I'll take this question to Ms. Diana Metza, who will give you a response. Ms. Diana Metza, the question is, why am I not allowed just to take the whole, the entire number of modules for an honors program? Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. I saw the question in the chat and I've actually responded and said that it requires a rather lengthy answer, and I've asked the student to contact me. But basically, if I have to answer it here, I'm assuming that it's an honors degree for environmental management. And if that's the case, it's a very heavy workload that is associated with the honors degree. And a couple of years ago, it was recommended that students do their research module in the last year of registration, whether they register over 2 years or 3 years. It was also recommended that students who are working not take all modules in 1 year because of the workload. So what happened was, I think there was a directive from the Department of Environmental Sciences, to the College of Graduate Studies, to the Honours and Postgraduate Diploma section that does the registrations. If a student actually submits a registration for all the modules for the honours degree, that the registration be limited to 5 modules, and that would exclude the research module. But if the student found or felt that they could accommodate all the modules, they were to contact the Department of Environmental Sciences, usually Prof. Mearns or Dr. Mapangwa, to substantiate or to motivate how they could accommodate all modules. And if Dr. Mapangwa or Professor Mearns felt that the student would be able to tackle all the modules, then the registration section would be notified and the other modules would be added. But I think the thing is, and I can speak from experience now from students that have contacted me in the past, where a student has said they just cannot finish all the modules. Can they cancel some? Or they say to me that they didn't perform as well as they wanted to academically because they took all the modules. So I think through past experience with students, I think that's why the Department of Environmental Sciences made the decision that initially all the, sorry, there's background noise. Is there somebody else speaking?
Colleagues, may you kindly switch off your mics, please. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I think that's why that's the basic reason why the Department of Environmental Sciences restricted the registration, where a student actually submitted a registration for all modules, but it's not cast in stone. Like I say, if the student can motivate as to how they can accommodate all the modules, then Professor Mearns and Dr. Mapangwa would obviously consider such and make a decision accordingly. Thanks, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that elaborative response. Just to add on that, we are a caring institution. We don't want to set our students for failure. And in that kind of motivation, the 2 coordinators will also look at the academic potential of that particular student. If he or she can be able to handle the workload for that particular honors program. But I think you have highlighted those salient aspects that are related to the question itself. Thank you very much for that. Can we have another question, please? This will be our last question. I'm checking on time. We already got 12 minutes over time. But if we can have one question, then I'll hand over to Professor Sibali. Colleagues, I'm aware of the fact that some of you are a bit shy. You don't want to be, listened to in this platform. And for those candidates, please drop an email to Ma'am Metza, who will then be able to respond to you accordingly. I saw a hand which came and went off quite swiftly. But if you are comfortable, please go ahead for that question, our last question.
Prof. Lebelo, there are 2 questions from Gabosa and Kula.
On the platform.
Okay.
Are they on the platform?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The first one is, can a student doing a non-practical program be allowed to do practical experiments at campus for his or her research, or will this require additional fees? And this one, I will also hand it to Ma'am Metza. And the second one is, are there in-person tutoring or lecturers for first-year environmental management students? And this one, I will hand over to Professor Semenya. In that order, please.
Thank you, Prof. Labello. Regarding the student the question that was passed over to me, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to answer that because I'm not sure of the lab setups. So I think somebody who works in the lab would possibly be able to assist with that because I don't have an answer for that, to be honest. Thank you.
No, yeah, thank you very much for that. And you are quite right to say the experiments and the laboratory session, the practical sessions, they need a lot of planning and logistics, serious logistics around them. So you are quite right to say obviously the COD must be involved, and there should be proper planning in terms of the slot in which this particular candidate will be taking. Regarding the additional fees, obviously you will be expected to pay for those modules. But again, you have to get approval from the COD, and also this will go to the director's desk and obviously be escalated to the deanery. But you know, if there is strong motivation around that, you can certainly be assisted, depending on which practical we are talking about. The second question was directed to Professor Semenya. Professor Semenya, over to you.
Thank you, Prof. I think this is meant for the BA in Environmental Management because it says our first year. This will be for Dr. Ninwini, Prof.
Okay. Dr. Ninwini, may you kindly assist us. Thank you very much, Professor Semenya.
Thank you, Prof. Libilo. We currently don't have face-to-face tutoring sessions that are available. These were suspended during COVID, but we do have online classes, lessons that are offered per module. These are, we can say face-to-face because this happens on Teams, or you get to meet your lecturer face-to-face. And also the e-tutors, the online tutors as well, do offer online tutoring classes as well. So you can also request individual meeting with your e-tutor that you are allocated to.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ninwini, for that. Let me thank, before I hand over to Professor Sibali, let me thank Professor Christian for the opportunity. And also let me thank all the presenters, and also thank the desk, the College Information Desk, for the questions that were posted to you and the responses that you forwarded. I'm now going to hand over to Professor Sibali, who will do the vote of thanks and closure. Over to you, Professor Sibali.
Thank you, Prof. Lebello. Thank you for handling the session very well. Colleagues, once again, good afternoon. If you remember me, I'm Linda Sibali. I did talk at some point at the beginning, introducing two departments under the School of Ecological and Human Sustainability. However, colleagues, my role, I think it's a very small one, is to do the vote of thanks and closure. In this sense, I would like to extend a sincere vote of thanks to everyone who has made time to be part of the event. However, my special thanks go to all our students who gladly accepted the invitation and for being present in the event. I hope that we were able to give them enough information to navigate through their studies, and if there were any clarity-seeking issues, are now definitely answered. I would like to assure all the students that our doors are always open for them in case that there are still more that they need from us in terms of support or any challenges that they might be encountering. And colleagues, this proves that the college cares, as it is committed and subscribed to one of the university's values, which is based on responsive student-centeredness. Hence, we always make sure that our students come first. I can assure you that you chose the best college in the great university. Lastly, let me thank those who played a role in making sure that this event is a success, including those who played a role in delivering the speeches. Firstly, I would like to thank our Executive Dean, Prof. Monde Ntwasa, and Deputy Executive Dean, Prof. Ndangazeni Olivia Mapoli, for their encouraging words of welcome. And also thank Prof. Rian Christian, Head for the Office of Tuition and Learning and Support, and head team for organizing this session for the orientation program of the college. School directors for the role they played in the event. I'm also thanking myself, colleagues. The CODs, Dr. Nenwini, Prof. Semenya, Dr. Masebe, Prof. Prinxo, for giving a comprehensive outline of the programs in their department. Also, last but not least, colleagues, I would like to thank Mrs. Diane Meza and Mrs. Kelly Andrews Stein for giving us more on college information, which includes CAIR student inquiries. Colleagues, on that note, I would like to say stay blessed and wishing you all the best in your studies. Thank you, Prof. Christian.
Thank you, Prof. Sibali. The session is now closed. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you and bye-bye.